Often been the case this season as an Arsenal picked up a victory. It brought with it scrutiny over their style of play. Fabian Hürzeler, who spoke about Arsenal's tactics before the game, lashed out at what he thought was time wasting, insisting only his side wanted to play. Sure is with me this morning. Rob, let's get stuck straight into this because Arsenal have faced criticism, haven't they, because of their style of play. We've heard the phrase dark arts many times, but this is the first time that a Premier League manager has been so cutting about it. Does Fabian Hürzeler have a point?
Absolutely. Details within their game. But at the same time, I think Mikel Arteta has also got a point. I actually think it leans more on brilliance and genius and being so good, so sharp in those little rules, more than agreeing with Mr. Hürzeler. Because backstory to that, he did have a little argument with Mikel Arteta during the game last night, so there was a little bit of emotion there, and it was obviously hyped up. But I will say this though, that if it was the other way around, I think Brighton will do the same. You know, for example, if they're winning 2-0 in the last 10 minutes, what are they going to do? Just continue to just say, okay, we'll give you the ball and come and attack us? No, of course not. But it's within the rules of the game. This is what we have to, in a minute, take an extra second for a free kick. You know, goalkeeper, you know, calm yourself down. And because that's sometimes the instruction because you're exhausted. And sometimes it's to give tactics. What Mikel Arteta's done is started to give tactics during these little breaks. Now, I just think it's sharp awareness, and the rest of the league have to do better. That's just the truth of it. Well, excitement mode. For me, I was always the last one to run back to the halfway, stay in the opposition's half because they can't take kickoff, and then you wait, because what I'm doing is I'm waiting for my team to get settled, to have an extra couple minutes, stop the excitement, get single situation that was in the last 10 minutes about delaying. If you're winning, well, don't go and just pass the other team the ball. Put it in the corner. Wait, it's all these little details. The biggest wasting one was, I think I was playing for Forest at Derby, and I knew I was going to get booked, and I was celebrating. So to say, we just scored the winning goal here. So for me, there's little things like that, but there's sometimes you can do it for the joy of the game, like I did.
Sure, the conductor. Right, let's get the fans' perspective now, shall we?
For us to drop off and call us bottlers. If anything, it's probably galvanising us more as a fan base and even as a football club. You think of successful teams like Mourinho's Chelsea, for example.
There needs to be an asterisk, Nick, next to Arsenal if they win the Premier League title this season, because he says they've basically not been beautiful to watch. Why do you think so many people have a problem with the way that you are playing?
You know what? First of all, Pardew's comments, set piece kings can still achieve something beautiful. So it's quite positive, right? The next day, same broadcast outlet about Arsenal, ugly or beautiful. It's like negative connotations. And the thing is, we hadn't scored a set piece for weeks before that. They were all open play goals. And like, Slot was moaning about set pieces the other day. Then he's hired a new set piece coach, and all of a sudden, I think they're the best in the league since the start of the year. So,
Nick, does it bother you though? That's the thing. Does it bother you that those things are
because on finishing better and how they shouldn't moan? I think he said as well. And then he proceeded to go on a 10-minute rant about us. So his back was up before the game. He carried that through the game. Funnily enough, I don't even think we time wasted that much last night. He wants to see Ben White taking the throw, because even I get annoyed with him. But, I mean...
In a dramatic twist following one of the weekend's most heated Premier League encounters, Fabian Hürzeler has issued a public apology to Mikel Arteta after tensions boiled over during the fiery clash between Brighton and Hove Albion and Arsenal F.C. The match itself was already charged with emotion, as both sides battled fiercely in a high-stakes Premier League contest that had huge implications for the top end of the table. However, the real drama unfolded on the touchline, where frustration spilled over between the two managers. Cameras caught heated exchanges throughout the game, with both coaching staffs visibly agitated as controversial decisions and aggressive play intensified the atmosphere inside the stadium. At the centre of the storm was Brighton manager Fabian Hürzeler, who appeared furious during several key moments in the match. The German coach was seen gesturing angrily toward Arsenal's technical area and engaging in a tense verbal exchange with Mikel Arteta. The situation quickly caught the attention of fans and pundits alike, with many speculating that the rivalry between the two sides had reached a boiling point. But in a surprising turn of events after the final whistle, Hürzeler chose to cool the situation rather than escalate it. Speaking in his post-match press conference, the Brighton boss publicly acknowledged that emotions had gotten the better of him during the game and offered a direct apology to Arteta. "I want to say clearly that I have great respect for Mikel Arteta and the work he has done at Arsenal," Hürzeler told reporters. "During matches, the emotions can be very intense, and sometimes we react in ways we might not be proud of afterwards. If my behaviour crossed the line, I apologise to him." The apology immediately grabbed headlines across the football world. In an era where touchline disputes often spiral into prolonged feuds, Hürzeler's decision to take responsibility stood out as a rare moment of humility in the high-pressure environment of elite football management. Arteta, for his part, appeared to accept the gesture with professionalism. While the Arsenal manager did not dwell extensively on the confrontation, he acknowledged that emotions often run high during competitive matches. "These games mean a lot to everyone involved," Arteta said. "When you're fighting for results and pushing your team to the limit, there can be intense moments. What matters is the respect between coaches and clubs." The clash itself was packed with controversial moments that contributed to the fiery atmosphere. Several refereeing decisions left both sets of players and staff frustrated, with penalty appeals, tough tackles, and VAR checks adding layers of tension throughout the match. Supporters of Arsenal were particularly vocal on social media after the game, arguing that key calls had gone against their side. Meanwhile, Brighton fans defended their manager's passion, saying his reaction reflected the intensity of a fiercely contested match. Despite the drama, many analysts believe the apology could actually help ease tensions between the two clubs moving forward. Brighton and Arsenal have developed an increasingly competitive relationship in recent seasons, with both teams known for attacking football and ambitious tactical approaches. Hürzeler, one of the youngest managers in the Premier League, has quickly built a reputation for his intense sideline presence and relentless drive for results. Since taking charge at Brighton, he has been praised for bringing fresh energy and bold tactical ideas to the club. However, moments like the one seen during the Arsenal clash also highlight the emotional pressures that come with managing at the highest level. For Arteta, the incident is just another chapter in a season already filled with drama, controversy, and relentless scrutiny as Arsenal push for major honours. The Spanish coach has repeatedly emphasised discipline and unity within his squad, and his calm response to the situation reinforced the composed image he has tried to cultivate. Ultimately, football thrives on passion, rivalry, and high emotions. Moments like the heated exchange between Hürzeler and Arteta remind fans just how much is at stake every time teams step onto the pitch. Yet the Brighton manager's swift apology also serves as a reminder that respect remains a fundamental part of the sport. While the clash between Brighton and Arsenal may have sparked tempers in the moment, the aftermath showed that even the fiercest competitors can step back, reflect, and restore professionalism when the dust settles.